What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Brutal Planet Comics. I'm your host, Dre the Brute Daniels, and welcome to another episode of Brutal Rant. So today we're going to do something, we're going to do something fun. Yes, indeed, your gasps are warranted. For too long, I've been focusing on negativity and nonsense. Today, I'm focused on something that makes me feel joy. Deep, deep joy. And you know, one thing that's brought me joy for my entire existence is one of my favorite franchises of all time. If I can pull it up right. There we go. Transformers. I love Transformers. And I'm not the only one. I'm pretty sure there's millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of fans of different generations of Transformers. Now, I love all of those Transformers. I love Gen 1. I even like Armada and Energon. Well, they weren't as good as Gen 1, but yeah, they're good. But my all-time favorite is Beast Wars. I love all of those things. They're great. All those franchises are good. Michael Bay movies I don't like, but whatever, that's neither here nor there. That's not important. I love everything that Hasbro made. Hasbro is genius. The genius. The greatest toy, cartoon, comic book franchise of all time. And speaking of the comic book franchise, I did love the IDW run of Transformers. Look at my boy Ultra Magnus. Oh God, he's my favorite. Okay, so Ultra Magnus is my favorite, straight up and down. I love Ultra Magnus, even though in the shows and movies, he's always the butt of everybody's jokes and just getting killed off all the time. But in the comics, he's a straight up gangster, and he deserves better. He deserves better, Hasbro. Help out my boy. I love Ultra Magnus. Good grief, he's my boy. He's my boy. But yes, but I've always loved the Transformers franchise. Like the toy line is great. I'm still collecting the toy line now. I'm starting to collect the new War for Cybertron ones. We're going to discuss that in a little bit. But there's also a terrific board game for Transformers. Transformers Armada board game is, man, that joint's a lot of fun. You might cause some enemies. Your friends might walk out hollering and screaming and hating you, but no, this. If you can find a way to get your hands on this, do it. eBay, Amazon. It's like Risk, kind of, but with Transformers. No, it's actually better than Risk. It's like, dang, there was a Star Wars version of this one, too. Dang. Not Jedi Power Battles. That was a different... Battlegrounds? Whatever. It's a battle game in which you take over the land. Basically destroy your enemies. It's great. It's a whole lot of fun. Find it. For God's sake, find it. But this brings me back to my favorite of the Transformers franchise, which is Beast Wars. Multi-time daytime Emmy Award winning show. At the time, groundbreaking graphics. Of course, now they look like stick figures with like some mud on them. But at the time, it was great. Like the storytelling. Oh, the characters were so great. Optimus Primal, Cheetor, Tigatron, and Silverbolt was kind of corny, but it was for the time. Black Arachnia, Rat Trap, Rhinox, old school T-Rex, Megatron. Yes, it's so great. Oh, what was it? Pterosaur, Waspinator, Scorponok. What was that? Quick Strike. Oh, Quick Strike, my man, it's Quick Strike. So many like this franchise. Well, this franchise is great, but I loved Beast Wars. Oh my God, Dinobot. Dinobot's a Hall of Famer. All those characters were amazing. So, whew, God, getting the warm and fuzzies. Warm and fuzzies in my soul here, thinking about this great franchise. But having said that, about this franchise. Oh well, even before I move on, post in the comment section below what your favorite era of Transformers is and what your favorite Transformer is. Yeah, that question's right. Era and your favorite. Yes, absolutely correct. I got him tongue twisted now. Yeah, so yeah, post your favorite era of Transformers and your favorite Transformer. No matter what it is, I'd love to hear what it is in the comment section below. So I gushed for like last 5 minutes or so about this franchise, which I love. And I've got to say, the Transformers War for Cybertron on Netflix may be the best anime show, in my opinion. Let me retract that just a tad bit. I think it is one of the best shows, period, on Netflix altogether. It is absolutely tremendous. The characters, the fan service, the story's great. Everything about this show is amazing. Now, it's now been broken up into 3 parts. The newest one just dropped on Thursday, July 29th. And yes, I watched all 6 episodes the day it came out, of course. But I don't want to get into too many spoilers for each section because I really want everybody to flock to this show, because this show deserves recognition. It deserves a lot of viewership because it is amazing. So looking at the first series, which was Transformers War for Cybertron Siege, I'm not going to try and get into spoilers, but it is focusing on the waning days of the war for Cybertron between the Autobots and Decepticons. Now, of course, we have the usual tropes, you know, Megatron's trying to take over, whatever. But I really felt that this season was a Megatron season. You saw how he went from somebody that felt he was doing what was necessary to quote unquote save his planet, even though what he was doing was tyrannical. But you see him slowly morph into a maniacal madman by the end of the first season. And you're like, you know, he's doing wrong because, you know, you're hurting people, but you kind of see where he was coming from, no matter how extreme it was. But you see how his madness really jacked up everything, and it all, you know, went downhill. We already know how it goes down. And how the Autobots are looked at as an insurgency instead of the law. It's really cool. It's really, really, really cool. I cannot say, I don't want to spoil, but this first season will have you hooked. It will have you hooked. Go watch the first season. It's great. So Earthrise, in my opinion, felt more like filler, but it was good filler. Like, this entire season was pretty much fan service. Like, you go into what's called the Dead Universe, which crosses a whole bunch of universes together, so you get to see some old faces from the old TV show and some new ones from the future. And you go on Terratran 1 and see how they got the arc. Like, it's really good, and it does feel like a connector story, but there's so much good fan service happening that you don't even care or even notice. But because it's so much fun, and like this middle feature is so action packed and give you a lot of things that's insightful to think about in the lore of Transformers, and it's really good. This one's really good. So now we get to number 3. This, oh man, episode 3, season 3. My God, it is tremendous. Not only, yes, am I biased because it's not featuring, primarily about the Beast Wars. Yes, I am biased. It's not up for debate. I know I am, but it is so good, and it ties the story up in such a neat little bow. Every character in this show is respected. The climax is completely worth it. Every character plays a good role. Ah, man. The only thing, now this is just from my nerddom, okay? My nerddom. When I see the Beast Wars, I'm always thinking about the old school voice actors that did it 25 years ago, and they weren't the ones voicing it. Obviously, you know, I'm sure they've gone on the other projects, or some have retired by now and all that stuff. But in my head, I still hear their voices when like Dinobot's talking, or Optimus Primal is giving a speech. I still hear their voices. So when their voices aren't coming out of those shell characters, it's like, okay, it's not the same people, but the voice actors do a fantastic job. The climax is completely worth it. It leaves you on the edge of your seat. I mean, the stakes are so high, and it feels like, man, it's just completely worth it. Like, this whole show is just beautiful and has its flaws, of course, as all do, but good grief, it is completely worth everybody's time. It's a good, fun time for everybody. It has something for everybody, and it's amazing. I love it. I love it. I love this joint so much. So I've gushed enough. I really hope that this show gets a sequel. It ended with some sequel bait, but I'm really hoping that it gets a sequel. But the only way we're really gonna get that sequel is if people are watching this show, because, man, it's good. It's completely worth everybody's time. Go watch this show. I cannot recommend this show enough. Woo-wee! Thank you for watching the vid. I have gushed for this whole time, and I feel good. It feels good to gush a bit. It feels real, yeah, and I really like this show. But thank you so much for taking the time to watch the vid. Definitely in the comment section below, if you've seen the show, or if you're starting to watch the show or think about watching the show, tell me what you think. Or whenever you see it, check it out. I want to know your opinions. I would love to hear what you think about it. Also, some good news, some Brutal Planet Comics news. Trouble number 5 is out for digital download right now, and the paperbacks are coming soon. So those that are into the tangible paper, don't worry, I haven't forgot about y'all. It's coming soon. But for those that are into the digital, it is available on the SpinWiz app and spinwiz.com. But maybe you might be thinking, I didn't read the first 4. Don't even fret, because issues 1 through 4 are available as well on spinwiz.com and the SpinWiz app. I would love to have your support. It also helped me keep the lights on up in this place. So once again, really appreciate your time. Hope you really liked the vid. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. And go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And follow me on all those dope social media platforms that you see on over there. And I will also leave links in the description section below. So I really appreciate I wish I could talk. I really appreciate your time. And I will catch you all next time. Also, if you want to support my channel, check out spinwiz.com or download the SpinWiz app and check out my comic series Trouble. It was written with a lot of love, and it was definitely my favorite comic series to write. I've also written it in English and in Spanish, so whatever floats your boat, I got it for you. Thanks again, and check it out.